Welcome to the Wealth Rebel Show. I am your resident Wealth Rebel, Emma Wright. And what has become really abundantly clear to me is that I'm literally here on this earth in my role as wealth empowerment coach and therapist to trigger you. And we're going to talk about the triggering today in this episode, right? I'm here to trigger you to make a really, really important choice in your life, in your business, in every aspect of you. It has become abundantly clear, mind the pun, that my purpose in life is way deeper than helping you to be good with money. Okay. Anyone can be good with money, right? But that's what you think you need. But it's become abundantly clear that my purpose is way beyond that. I am here literally to activate you at your deepest core level, to completely and utterly transform your entire existence and to help you to rebirth your life, your business, every aspect of you beyond your wildest dreams. Quite a big mission, right? Quite a big task to take on. And you can do one of two things, okay? Number one, you can walk the path that your heart, right? That your heart is asking you to take, or you can run back to your current life. You can run back, worse still, to a previous, older version of you due to the fear that that's raising in you. Often when you are triggered, you are releasing fears and you're experiencing things that you'd forgotten and you'd push down, right? Run back to something that you are kind of needing to give you that reassurance because you are so fearful of the things that you truly, truly desire because you're stepping into an exciting unknown. How do I know this is my purpose? Because it keeps happening over and over and over again, like deja vu, right? Deja vu. And eventually, when you have deja vu enough, the synchronicities of life literally slap you in the face. It feels like whiplash when you keep seeing things happening over and over again. They smack you in the face. So ever since like 2021, when I quit my wealth job in the wealth sector and I launched my first business and I started to unknowingly work with energy, right? Now I know I work very much with energy, the energy of money, the energy of wealth. Your wealth is your frequency, your vibe. Energy has been a part of my self creation. When I created the wealth building formulas, energy is a part of that, right? From the very first start, money plus time plus energy. I've always been working with the money, time, energy formula, doing this unconsciously for most of this time, right? It's magnified massively. It became magnified massively in 2024 through my own spiritual awakening when I became conscious of what wealth really truly is at that deep, energetic level. Okay. When I had that kind of awareness brought to me when I started to really step consciously into my own path and I was seeing things for what it was, my own energetic frequency and vibration became even stronger. And I started to see how I triggered people at a really deep level. Okay. Showing you how magnetic you become when you work with your own energy, because I've been doing this for myself. So I'm going to go out there and say every single client that I've worked with, most of my friendships, most of the people in my family circle, in my intimate relationships, any relationship that I've had in whatever medium I've experienced it, as I've looked and analysed this, because I've started to look and analyse these patterns after noticing the deja vu moments. There have been triggering moments with literally every person in my life or in my working relationships of number one, they have either leapt bravely into the fire that we talked about, into a new project, into transformation that they didn't think would ever be possible. Or number two, poof, the magic dragon. Literally, they'd run back into their old life, their old existence of comfortable, uncomfortable. And I couldn't yet see them making the changes that they desired and that they shared with me because they had some healing to do. They had some deeper work to do. And then they'd come back into my life and go, boom, look, I did it. And I'd be like, oh my goodness, you've come into my life to be triggered by me. Okay, that's why you're following me. That's why we've met. That's why I am here. And that's what my whole purpose is to do, to trigger you. And it's clear to me that I am here to be a catalyst, to help you to be reborn. Now, here's the trigger warning. To be reborn, you have to allow yourself to die, right? If we are going to reborn, a part of you has to go. You have to let things crumble. Okay, if you're going to live a life beyond your wildest dreams, you need to fully get real and raw, and it gets dark. Creation happens. If you think about where creation happens, it happens in the darkness, whether in the soil, in the womb, within the earth, in black holes, in the universe, right? It happens in the darkness, and you have to allow that darkness to see the light. Okay. And this isn't just a life of metaphors, this is the reality of it. Okay. I've spent the best part of 40 years building a career, okay, a career and a life. And even after I'd left employment and as I set up being a financial coach, aka holding on to old titles and accreditations, I had, I'd built up this life for myself from my home that I lived in, from my friends that I was keeping, from my family dynamics that I was in, from my career that I was carrying on to build outside of that corporate world. It took me to have my awakening where I woke up and I realized that I didn't even know the person that I was anymore. And I was at a crossroads where I either ran back to my old life or I left everything and I stepped into the power of being a healer. And that's why I set up my new business to bring my wealth coaching and therapy in a different energy and in a different way. And then I have the star code where I now am creating and sharing that energy in a way that works for me through the Wealth Rebels show as well. Everything had to shift in order for me to step into a different life. My mortgage had to go. My marriage had to crumble. I have to live alone to hear my soul and to do this work, to step into the darkness of solitude, right? I had to live this life. I had to walk the pathless path for me to really authentically show you that that's what you have to do too if you are going to step into that. And that's the trigger warning. So when I trigger you, the fear will rise in you, wounds will come up. I will be able to guide you and heal you now as well. Not only will I trigger you, but I'll be able to help you to walk this pathless path of stepping into trust, of not knowing the whole route, but knowing that you're at a crossroads and you could either take the pebble that is the one you've always taken, or you can take the really hot pebble that is behind a huge firewall that feels really scary to step through. When you step through the fire and you fear the fear, you feel that fear, you become fearless. And you then see what is on the other side of that big wall of fire that you are so terrified to step through, right? Okay. Wounds will come up when you do that. Maybe you'll get a little bit burned. It will feel hot. It will feel uncomfortable. But they're coming up to be healed once and for all, for you to take back the power for you. And this is all about you. I'm just here to be the catalyst, to be the trigger, and to be that guide and to help you to heal, to provide that healing, whether that's distance healing through Reiki or in person in my clinic with my hands-on Swedish massage and Reiki services, right? And through my wealth coaching, which is healing from the inside by being heard and uncovering all of these things. And through the Star Code and the Mastery School, where I help you to embody my 8-step framework, that infinite framework of taking those really brave steps into that unknown. And I do this to show myself that I am doing this pathless path so that I can then show you that you have to be fearless to be able to step into a life that you love. And sometimes I think I'm crazy. Sometimes I think the way that I speak now doesn't make any sense, but I know that it makes sense to the people that need to hear it. Because people are telling me, for once, Emma, you are making sense, that you resonate, and I resonate with you at such a deep core level. And if I don't, you don't resonate with me, you'll hear me, and maybe one day you will understand. And that is okay too. So, I just wanted to bring this to you today. A really, really short lesson for you to see that maybe I'm the angel of death. Maybe I'm here to help you to die, to reborn, be reborn, and then to guide you into that next phase of your life. If you feel triggered by this, good. I hope you are, because I hope you're triggered to make that choice, either to step fearlessly in or to go and look at those wounds and to go back into your comfortable and comfortable to have a look at where you really can create some change, because I'll always be here waiting. If you've really enjoyed today's lesson, just get in touch. You can dive into the Mastery School at any stage. You can always arrange a call with me, email me, emma@starwealthstrategicplanners.com. I am here for you. Namaste.